Hey everybody, Shadow Phoenix here with another video for the day. In a surprise announcement, we kind of knew this was coming. We knew they were working on DLC because of the Steam database and stuff. We just didn't know when it was actually going to be released or when they were going to make the announcement. A lot of people assumed we would see it probably sometime next month. Some people thought we would see it much sooner, but nonetheless. So today's Workshop Wonderland on YouTube. They had a special surprise announcement for everybody where they basically said, hey, new DLC, and here's a new video for it. Now, I'm not even going to show the video because the video is actually crap. It doesn't really say anything except kind of gives the name. And then, then they showed off a photo, which we'll get to in just a minute. I have that one as well. But I just kind of wanted to make this quick video, just kind of talk about what we are getting, kind of look at the pictures and stuff and kind of look over some of the things like that, and then also kind of maybe review my thoughts about it, because I know tons of people are excited about this and I'm happy to get anything at all. I am, but I'm kind of like meh. This isn't anything really that the community has been asking for. When you go to the Planet Coaster forums, I'm actually getting ahead of myself. So first of all, during the video, they trolled us first. They're like, hey, today's special announcement is going to be made on our Workshop Wonderland today. That's what they tweeted out. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'll finally tune into one of these again. So I did, and it took them forever to kind of get into it. I think we were like 10 minutes in before they finally got to this. And then they were like, so today's special announcement is... And then they're like, Bo's going to be back in, a little bit. And I was like, oh, they certainly did not just do that. And then they was like, sorry, we are not going to troll you like that. And then they was like, so new DLC is coming, and it's actually coming March 27th. That's right. It's only 1 week away. We will see it next Tuesday. So that's pretty quick. But this actually didn't surprise me. Many times have I joked in my videos and on my stream that Frontier is usually just where they're like, oh, hey, we'll have DLC and it'll be out like next week. And they did it again. Developer diaries are a good thing, guys. You really should maybe do some more of those. Those were awesome. Remember when you did those? Try doing those again. So then they showed off the quick video, and I was like, all right, a video. And it's like 10-15 seconds long, and all it says just says the name. And it's... As soon as the name came up for it, I was just like, oh, that's disappointing. It's the Planet Coaster Studios pack. So without seeing any photos or anything about what they're actually going to do or hearing anything about it, my first reaction was just kind of, no, this is not what we want. So I was thinking, what is this? Are they combining the Knight Rider, the Monsters, and the Back to the Future packs all into one and releasing it as a new pack? Is it going to be new stuff, maybe like Jurassic Park stuff because they're working on Jurassic Park with Universal Studios? Is it just going to be, just a bunch of things like that are IP stuff, And I was just like, oh no, this is, because when you look at the forums, when you look at the Discord for Bro Nation, when you talk to people about what they want in Planet Coaster, nobody says, oh, I want some things to make movies with. That's not really in the top 10 list. I wouldn't even say if that's in the top 20 list for what people want out of this game. Now, people, when you look on the on Twitter right now and you look everywhere else, people are going wild over this. And maybe I'm just being too negative, but man, we waited 4 months for this. Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. That's a definite. I will get it day one. I will be buying that as soon as I wake up that day, and I'll, most likely some of the pieces in it will be pretty usable and stuff. But I don't know. Where's our Skylift? Everybody is asking for skylifts. Where's our carousel, the Grand Carousel, flat rides, coasters that are missing from the game? Sam Denny himself said he would love, his personal favorite is he loves Schwarzkopfs, and we don't have any Schwarzkopfs in the game. Why is this? I don't know. It's a question for Planet Coaster. It's a question for Frontier. They won't answer us. Obviously, they won't even talk to us. They are just following this same thing with every single time. It's just like, new DLC next week. You know, they announce it and then it's released like a few days later. You know, there's no build up to it. There's no discussion. There's nothing. They don't tell us anything about it. It's just like, surprise, here it is. They seem to think that's a good way of doing things. I don't know too many people that would agree with that. Maybe you guys do. I don't know personally too many people. The people that I talk to in the corners that I talk to mostly agree with me that the way they talk and the way they do things is just puzzling. All right, so let's move on. The next thing is they started talking about what's in the pack. I'm like, okay, all right. They're like, we're gonna have more news next Monday, the day before the pack comes out. We will have more news, guys. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself still. So they started talking about what's going to be in the pack. So they're like, and more animatronics, triggable, like color effects. I guess you could change the color with a trigger on stuff. That's kind of cool. More animatronics are cool. More props, more pieces to build with. All that stuff is actually good. I mean, it's a good thing. That's mostly the reason I'm going to buy this. It's just, again, this is not what the fans of your game are asking for. What this feels like is a cash grab because maybe they have some stuff licensed from Universal. I mean, they're working with Universal for Jurassic Park Evolution. And, you know, why not? Universal Studios has a Universal Studios theme park that just happens to be themed around movies. Coincidence? I don't know. But, you know, and maybe I was thinking, well, maybe we're going to get those dinosaur packs with some Jurassic Park stuff, you know. I thought about that. And then, no, we may not ever get dinosaur stuff because apparently, according to one of the moderators on the Planet Coaster forums, they're not going to do dinosaurs because their license with Universal says that they can't have dinosaurs in their other games. They don't want to mix games. You know, that's what this guy says. And I'm quoting him in this arrogant kind of smug voice because that's the way it came off. And I'm thinking, wait, what? They don't want to mix games. Do we not already have Elite Dangerous stuff in Planet Coaster? That makes no sense. And it's not like dinosaurs are, you know, copyrighted by Universal or something. They're freaking dinosaurs. They have no copyright. Lots of people can make a dinosaur game, and you can have dinosaurs in the game without people thinking automatically, ooh, Jurassic Park. I don't know. I don't get it. I've digressed again, though. All right, so they started talking about some of the stuff we're going to have in it. More animatronics, more stuff like that. Since Universal Studios and studios and movies and things like that don't use a whole lot of foliage, I highly doubt we're going to get any new foliage with this. Mostly going to be concrete. And then they talked about the 3 new rides. So we are getting 3 new rides. My first reaction was 3. We've been waiting 4 or 5 months for 3 rides. All right. And I automatically knew kind of what these were going to be. From the idea of a studio pack, it sounds like they were going to be dark ride stuff. There was nothing really there that was kind of like, oh, we're going to get that Schwarzkopf, you know, or we're finally going to get that Skylift. No, I was hoping but you know, I really didn't feel that they was going to do this for this pack. And of course they did not. So what we're getting, and don't get me wrong guys, these are cool. I don't know if I have any use for them whatsoever personally. I will try to make use of them, but I still haven't even used the boat ride from the last pack because, I mean, it's cool. You know, I've seen people use it. I mean, it's an awesome thing. I personally don't have a use for it in the kind of parks that I build. So, tram tours. So I doubt this is going to be any kind of transport ride. This is basically like little buses that, you know, will take you around a studio lot and show off like movie sets and stuff. Hooray! We're getting a dark ride, which from the sounds of it sounds a little bit like the Harry Potter dark ride, maybe with a lot of motion and stuff. That's cool. I mean, that could that could maybe be used for something. Depends on how it works, because the last couple of dark rides they made that didn't really meet up to fans' expectations of how they were supposed to work. You can't pause them. You can't make them stop at certain places. They're not really editable, I guess, is the like you can't edit things during it. Like can't make them turn a certain way. I don't know. It's they're not perfect. They were a huge letdown, but I like them personally. I kind of like them. They're all right. This new dark ride that they're talking about, it seems like it's going to use that Harry Potter style, where it's like a robot arm kind of thing with seats on an arm where you can move it around. That could maybe be used. I can't think of anything right off the top of my head unless I'm doing something like Harry Potter, which I will never do. So, but I mean that's kind of cool. All right, and then we have the last one, which I do like this. This is kind of cool. A Tower of Terror type ride. Now, I don't know if this is just going to be one big ride that is you can't really like edit much, and it's going to be like a drop tower that goes up and does some stuff maybe. But it's we'll find out a day before it actually releases what it's actually going to be like and how it's going to work. But for now, I mean, just my usage of Planet Coaster, I do have a ton of hours in this game. I do still play this game. I still love this game. I do, which is why the fact that they don't listen to us saddens me. But I kind of feel like from what my past expectations and what we actually got, I think this will probably be just a very basic system that maybe just be kind of just like, oh, here you go, plop it down, and there you go. And you can probably theme the outside of it, some things like that. All right, and that's the 3 rides we'll get in along with some other stuff. Now, they also are handing us a free update as well. So if you don't want to get the Studios Pack, there's still going to be stuff for you on March 27th. And this stuff is kind of cool. It is one thing that a lot of people have asked for, and they have constantly said that we're not going to get, even though it was already in the game, and that's glass. Now, a lot of people are excited about the glass. I could take it or leave it, personally. I was never a big, oh my god, glass, kind of guy, because that just means I have to make interiors. And my part counts are already pretty high anyway. I don't really like that. I mean, I could probably use it for some stuff. I can't think of any time where I was actually kind of like, oh my god, I just wish we had glass. Because the pieces that we had in the game were good enough for me. I liked making those roofs and stuff out of the T-tops from the Knight Rider. That works for me for what I needed. It was kind of cool. And then, of course, these glass things that they're talking about are probably going to be like panels. So they're probably going to come in preset sizes. And are probably going to be Planko scale, which is going to be too damn big. So it's probably like sometimes you can use them and you can maybe maneuver them around. But I doubt we're going to get like small pieces and stuff. So back to using gems, I guess, for some of you guys on that, for what you really need it. All right, let's see what else. Hotels. All right, this sounds cool. So we're getting hotels. This is something they mentioned. And again, I kind of feel like they said this is going to be a mega building, right? So it's not going to be like a plop down, kind of like a staff room kind of thing with just a black door and people enter it and disappear into the netherworld until they come back out, if they ever do at all. It is going to be some kind of mega building. That's all they said. We'll find out more next week, a day before it comes out, what this stuff is, how this is going to work. Yeah, I mean, hotel is cool. That's something a lot of us who make these real life parks and stuff, actually, we add little hotels and parking lots and stuff to it. So a hotel is kind of cool, but what is this going to look like? Is this going to be something we can modify? Is it going to be just a big block building? What's it going to look like? How easy is it going to be for us to make our own facades around these things? That's a big question. I imagine probably not that easy. It will probably be some kind of basic design for a hotel, and It may even look more like a motel than a hotel. We don't really know right now. I don't really want to speculate, even though I am speculating. And I know, guys, that I am sounding negative about this. I'm not negative about it. I'm just kind of like, meh. You know what I mean? Like, these things are cool. I'm both surprised and disappointed because the things that we're getting are good things. But I feel like they waste time on, working on things that nobody really was wanting. Not right away, anyway. There's so many other things that we need for this game that they could work on first, and they decided to do this. So again, I'm kind of going back to this is a cash grab because they're working with Universal kind of thing. So, let's see, Glass Hotels. Those are going to be in the free update, so you don't have to pay for the DLC. The DLC, most likely, they haven't said yet, but it should be about the same as the last two, so about $10 US. And now we're going to kind of jump into like a few of the photos and stuff here. So this is a photo they did not show on the stream. This one that you guys have been looking at here for the past minute while I've rambled on. This was a thumbnail. This is the thumbnail art for the YouTube video announcing it. So if you can kind of look around, you see a lot of new stuff right here. Now they said we would be getting new animatronics. So let me just grab my lasso tool here. So let's take a look at what we have. Well, right off the bat, you guys can see a couple things here if you've been looking. We have police cars, right? Let me use paintbrush instead. Oh, that's way too long. Yeah, let's go down here. All right. Nope, nope. There. Okay. Sorry, I thought I was prepared for this. All right, so what do we have color-wise? We have police cars right there. We also have policemen. Now, these are probably not staff members or anything. These are most likely animatronics. And over here, we even have we have a police woman. And then we have a cop over here sitting down, maybe eating a donut. We don't know. Looks like we have some more animatronics back here. We have a director. Yep, a director. We have a guy with a camera right here. We got a guy with one of those clapboards right there. We got some more cops and cars and stuff back in there. Let's see, what else do we have here? Just let me get rid of these here. So now that I've pointed those out. Yeah, that's not really working too well. If I step backwards, things don't work too well in this. And then we have, looks like cars. Now, my first thought was when I was really looking at this really close, I was like, oh, crap. I was like, cars, cool. You know, crash cars and things. That could maybe work for a parking lot. And then I noticed these cars have no wheels on them. And I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. But then I noticed this one over here does. So maybe some cars have wheels, some cars don't. Maybe the wheels are something we can attach to it or have or not have. Don't really know. They said we get special effects and stuff in this too, as well as stuntmen. So the animatronics like stuntmen and stuff. There's one in the next picture I will show you. Right over here off to the side, you see the tram tour bus. So we have that. The lights don't look new to me. I don't think the lights are new, but they might be. We have a lot of stuff that you can use for movie studios, like these boxes right here. These crates for studio stuff. There's a director's chair right there. You know, all kind of also cool stuff. Then, let's see. Effects, they said we would have no effects. These fire effects don't look new, but maybe they are. They are quite large. Probably new explosions and some other stuff like that. Over here in the corner, you have some other like filmmaking things like that. We have these giant camera booms right here, as well as these kinds of lights as well right here. So we have those. I don't see anything as far as like new path systems or anything like that. Everything kind of looks pretty close to what we have originally. There is a fire truck right there in the background. So we have that. I don't see an ambulance or anything, so we might get an ambulance. I mean, we got police cars, we have fire truck. There might be an ambulance in the game. It's possible. Can't really rule anything out right now at the moment. That is kind of, I think I see cones right here with maybe a little light on top of the cone, so like traffic cones. We also have these stoppers, things right up here in front as well to block traffic, so roadblock stuff. We do have that. And that is pretty much everything for this picture. So let's move on to the other picture. Now this is the one that they actually showed. Oh, I guess maybe up here we also have this. It looks like a fire escape. That might be made out of stuff that we already have in the game, but I don't think so. It could be though. It's hard to say from this distance, and it's blurry and hard to say. So again, we'll have to wait until the day before it comes out to find any more information about this. Let's move to the other picture. Alright, so this is the picture they showed in the live stream today. Now again, we automatically right here have the tram bus right there. So that is going to be one of the new rides that we're going to get. Is it a transportation ride or is it just a ride? Most likely, probably not a transportation ride. They didn't really, I don't think they mentioned that it would be, so I don't think it will be. We also, right here, we have Jaws, which we'll probably not refer to him as Jaws. We'll call him Bob because, you know, we can't really do that. So, we also have right there, we have an animatronic guy. Looks like he's falling into the shark's mouth. So this could be maybe the stuntman thing that they mentioned. So that could be kind of cool. We also have another shark that's swimming around down here in the water as well. So we have that as well. Let's see. That is really all I see in this photo here that they showed off. I tried searching the background for things, and I just don't really see anything that we don't already have. Most all of these animatronics we have back here in the background look like the same ones we've already had previous, so there's nothing really new there. The only thing I see new is the shark and this guy falling into the shark's mouth and the studio bus right there. Alright, so there you have it. That is everything that I have been able to glean so far from just the announcement that we got today, and from looking at these photos and stuff. Nothing else has been announced yet. They did say to watch their Twitter and watch their Facebook accounts and stuff, and you know, maybe they would, might, and an emphasis on might, show us some more pictures and stuff before Monday, but it looks like Monday is going to be when we actually find out anything. And of course the DLC comes out on Tuesday, March 27th. So again, you know, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not. But out of every single thing that, you know, all of Planet Coaster people have been asking for, Studios Pack doesn't seem like that is what we were asking for. Great stuff to have at some point, but we need more flat rides. Where's the coasters, guys? It's Planet Coaster. Where's the coasters? We don't have all of the coasters that we could possibly have. Where are our flat rides? You know, we want more flat rides, and we really need a lot of those. So, you know, Frontier, you can call me negative all you want. I don't care. I ain't apologizing for what I think. You know, this is my opinions. It's not just my opinion. There are other people that say it too. You guys just don't listen or refuse to listen to those particular people. If you look at your own forums, there are people asking for tons of stuff. And a lot of this stuff, yeah, I get it. We're not going to get. Water parks most likely won't be a thing because of the way that guests and stuff work in the game, because they have to work as groups, and water slides are like single person things. I'm not saying it can't be done, I just say don't expect it. Now, I personally would love to have a water park pack in the game, but I'm also being realistic and thinking we will never see that. Maybe in Planet Coaster 2, if we ever get a Planet Coaster 2, but I just don't think we're going to see a water park. Weather, they have already said we're not going to get weather in a game. They also said we'd never get glass either, because glass is something that they can't do, even though we already had glass in the game. Yeah. But, I mean, how about stuff like making your tower rides? How about making them adjustable? That would be awesome. You said you can't do it. You looked into it, and you're not able to figure out how to do it. You were able to do it with Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. And you know those coasters, like the reverse free fall and the boomerangs, where you can adjust the height on those? Maybe make it something like that so we can adjust the height of the tower rides. I mean, I'm no coder. I don't know how to, you know, program games or anything, but I imagine if you can do one, you can do the other. Yeah, so I'm trying. I know, again, guys, I know I sound really, really negative, but I do love this game. I have 2,600 hours in this game, almost 2,700 hours in this game. I play it constantly. It's basically taken over all my life. This is how much I love this game. But I'm just so disappointed in the fact that you guys don't listen to us. You say you do, but you don't. And that's the problem. Now, am I going to buy this game? Do I think this is a must-buy, update? I don't know if I would call it a must-buy update. I would say, yeah, it's going to have stuff in it that, I'm going to use at some point. Those sharks could be kind of cool. I might be able to do something with the sharks. So, the tram tour, if it's a transport ride, maybe I might be able to do something with it. There's other things that will probably be in the pack. There's lots of little props and things like that I could most likely make use of. The 3 rides, I honestly don't care. They're cool. They are cool, but nothing I can personally really use myself. Alright, so that has been my thoughts about the DLC. I know from the overly positive, statements and stuff on Twitter that has been blowing up here in the last little bit that everybody is really, really excited for it. So I seem to be the odd man out, and I am excited for it. It's nice to even just get it. You know what I mean? It's. I knew they were working on an update. I knew we would get another DLC, but they don't talk to us, which is the big problem that I have with them. And they haven't even patched the game in months. Now, we didn't need an update. How about just a patch? You could have done that. You do patches all the time. Sometimes you bring out a patch the day after you patched it once before. But yet you've been holding off on all of this. And, it's just weird. I don't understand your communication. I just don't get it. But, hey, whatever. And before I head out of here, path tunneling, which has been something they announced a while back ago, which didn't make it in the last update, will be in this update, they said. So we are getting that as well. I almost forgot about that. Well, anyway, that's Shadow Phoenix. That is me talking about the new DLC update that was just announced today. I've showed you some pictures here that maybe some of you didn't miss, including may have missed, including a picture that they didn't actually show. It was just a thumbnail for the actual YouTube video. So when you blow that up, there's lots of more information in that. So I'm glad you guys were able to take a look at this with me. I'm glad you guys, listened to what I had to say. If your opinions differ, I completely get that. Go ahead and state, let me know what you guys think about the new update in the comments below. Let me know what your thoughts and stuff are. I know a lot of you are probably going to not a lot, but I know some of you may rag on me because of how I feel about it and everything, but don't get me wrong. I'm excited for it. It's a day one buy for me. I'll get it as soon as I wake up that day. As soon as it comes out, I will buy it. I just, I'm disappointed because this wasn't what I was hoping for in the game. And it's stuff that a lot of you are really excited to get. A lot of you are, hyped for because a lot of you will probably do some stuff with this. For the types of parks that I personally create, I don't see much use for the rides. So yeah, I would have much rather have a Grand Carousel, a Paratrooper, just some basic flat rides would make me happy. Maybe a few older coaster types would be great. None of this stuff is what I'm hoping for. So apparently I'm just going to have to wait another 4 or 5 months for the next update and hope that something is in that pack for me. Because this pack doesn't really have much that I'll be able to work with, I don't think. Anyway, that's it. Again, share your thoughts in the comments below. And thanks so much for tuning in to my video. My name is Shadow Phoenix. I'll see you in the next episode. Hey everyone, if you'd like to help support me and my channel, I have a Patreon page where you can do just that. You can pledge anything from $1 or more. Anyone who pledges $15 or more gets a unique, specially designed roller coaster and Planet Coaster made just for them. My little way of saying thanks. You can also just send donations as well if you don't want to join Patreon. And you can find those links in the video description below. Every tiny red cent I make from these means the world to me and is extremely helpful. If you're interested in my PC setup that I work with and play on that you see here, every piece of the system is described below with links to Amazon if you want to purchase them or anything else. Thanks for tuning in to my videos and my channel. If you aren't already a subscriber, click that on the screen below. And you can also check out a few of my other videos on the screen here as well. You can keep up to date on what's going on in my own little world via Twitter or watch me stream live on Twitch as well. Links are in the video description below. So wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night.